All right, guys. Shout out to Bobby Masu, man. He dropped a full video of his review on AEW Blood and Guts. And this right here is one of the best videos from Bobby Masu, man. So we're going to go ahead and check this out. And you're going to really like this video, man. Let's check it.
Oh, man. Thanksgiving is less than 2 weeks away, but Tony Khan said, nah, we ain't gonna wait that long. He stepped in the kitchen and cooked up a meal we'll never forget. We got string beans, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, black-eyed peas, cornbread, chicken legs, sweet potato pie. Wrestling's been bad, but everything's gonna be all right. Hey, Tony! This is what I'm talking about! This is what I want to see. Man, we've been going through the ruthless depression. We've been starving, dog. Man, we would have settled for a bag of chips to eat. Tony Khan, he turned around and gave us a Thanksgiving feast. Blood and Guts cooked like Martha Stewart, cooked like Dave Ramsey, cooked like one of the BBWs that I love the day before Thanksgiving in their panties.
You motherfucking right?
It was fire, man. Oh my God, everything about this show was a complete 10 out of 10.
You motherfucking right?
But the best thing about it was you didn't have to pay $50 for a pay-per-view. You didn't have to pay $30 for an ESPN app. It was as free as doing this. Oh, what that mean, Bobby Monsoon? It was as free as the air we breathe. And this was probably the best show of the year.
You motherfucking right?
Free 99. Tony Khan, round of applause. We going brick for brick. Yeah, we going brick for brick. Okay. Now, like I say all the time, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not an AEW guy. I'm a lifelong WWE fan. It's been that way my whole life. I'm just disgruntled. The AEW sickos, we argue all the time, we go back and forth. But I had to look them in the eye on live, man. I'm responding to comments. I'm getting calls. I gotta apologize. They won. AEW cooked. The AEW sickos are in a great place. I know they're feeling great. And man, they're ending the year off strong, man. But you know who else is a WWE guy? You know who else is feeling disgruntled? His name is West Side Gun! Oh, you don't remember who West Side Gun is? Oh, nobody. Oh, just somebody who made wrestling cool again!
Griselda. By Fashion Rap.
At least one of the people that's in the hip-hop industry, using WWE references, using WWE superstars, putting them in his music.
Hey, guys, if you wanted to know what that song was, that was from West Side Gun called Adam Page. He made a song for Adam Page. If you guys want to check it out, I'll put the link in the description so that way you guys can listen to it. But that was just a little sample. So if you want to listen to the whole song, I'll put the link in the bio so that way you guys can listen to the full song. All right, let's continue.
And being a part of making wrestling cool again. And you know the reward he gets for that? He paid $5,000 to get a front row seat. I know y'all heard of the show. And you know the reward he got? Kicked out! Imagine if you paid your rent, right? You didn't do nothing wrong. You worked all month, you paid your rent on the 1st, and your landlord comes, kicks you out. You didn't break your lease. You didn't do nothing in your apartment but pay your rent, and you're still getting your ass put on the street. WWE and TKO are going to new levels of the demonic crap they've been on. I'ma show y'all this.
Mark Brenner kicked me out of Monday Night Raw on my $5,000 seat. For no reason.
There is no excuse for this, but West Side Gun, he was front row at Blood and Guts, right? He probably...
Just so y'all know, West Side Gun is on the right with the letter O in front of the hat that's like red and black. But I wish they could have shouted him out, you know, say, ladies and gentlemen, the owner of Fourth Ropes and the one that made the song Hurt People, West Side Gun. Like, if they would have done that, that would have been sensational. That would have been great. It would have meant a lot. But, instead they just had him in the front row. But the cameraman couldn't keep the camera on him. That's what part I didn't understand. But, I mean, they were in and out. They were in and out. But at least he was in front of the camera. Just, wish the picture would have better quality. But, yeah. But y'all see him, though.
Paid 4 to 5 times lower for that front row ticket and got a product 400 to 500 times better than what he was gonna watch. Tony Khan not only be showing West Side Gun love, he let him perform at All In.
You motherfucking right?
Dog, Tony Khan is embracing the hip-hop culture. He's embracing people that's, that it makes sense to embrace for the product. So shout out to AEW and Tony Khan for not kicking a lifelong fan out. Oh, my bad, y'all. Damn, I was gonna bring something up. Oh yeah, Snore Games! Man, comparing Blood and Guts to Snore Games, it's gonna be like comparing Grandma's Sunday dinner to the school cafeteria tray. It's gonna be like comparing Home Alone 1 and 2 to Home Alone 3. It's gonna be like comparing Rihanna to Rasputia. Man, you gotta be a complete idiot to be putting Blood and Guts and Snore Games in the same sentence. And Snore Games didn't even happen yet. Let me know in the comments if I'm bugging or not.
No, you're right.
Now, Blood and Guts started off with the women's match, and I'm gonna be honest, this is contender for match of the year.
You motherfucking right?
Shout out to every single woman in this match. I don't remember seeing not one botch. I don't remember seeing one slip up or miscue. Every single woman worked hard, bust their ass, put each other over in this match. Even Mercedes Moné. Y'all know I got heat with Mercedes Moné. She keeps winning all the titles. I think the storyline is getting redundant and stale. But even Mercedes Moné, she comes out, man. She has spots. She had every right to get cheap heat. She had every right to be a dirty heel, to kind of tiptoe around the match, to not get her hands dirty. Mercedes Moné get her hands dirty. Every single woman in this match got their hands dirty. And I just want to shout that out. And let me know if I'm bugging in the comments. For me, this could be a contender for match of the year, man. Seriously. I don't remember the last time I've been thoroughly entertained in a women's match like this, let alone a match overall. You had Jamie Hayter coming through with the kendo stick, but it's not just a regular kendo stick. It's a kendo stick wrapped in barbed wire. Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. At first, I wasn't a big fan of Jamie Hayter. A lot because I didn't even know who she was. But man, Jamie Hayter is growing on me little by little, man. Her coming out with that barbed wire bat, her with the red hair kind of looking like Wendy. I'm messing with Jamie Hayter a lot more than what I was previously.
Well, I've been fucking with Jamie Hayter since day one. Even before she transitioned to this Scooby-Doo character. But I just can't wait for her to go after single gold, rather it's the TBS title or the AEW women's title. So hopefully she could be the next challenger for Chris Stanlander. Or I would say Mercedes Moné, but that's that's kind of want Harley Cameron to go after it. But then again, I do want Thekla to go after it too. So hopefully that will be an opportunity in a lifetime. But we have to wait till after Full Gear. But I definitely want to see her go after gold for sure. So can't wait for that.
Now, speaking of becoming a new fan, man, I did not know Megan Bayne was this fire. I'm not gonna lie, man. I was completely sleeping on Megan Bayne. Now, I knew she was a solid performer, but watching this Blood and Guts match, how she came in, like I said, her stature, and I said this on my live, this is how Raquel Rodriguez should be booked over in WWE.
Speaking of Raquel, I asked people who will win the street fight. Is it going to be Raquel or Megan Bayne? And 82% said Raquel and 18% said Megan. So let's say Raquel come to AEW. Y'all think Raquel could beat Megan? or not. I know one thing. Tony will book the hell. Oh, shit. If Tony, oh man, that booking will be slapping if Tony booked this. But that's life after WWE, you dig? So, but I don't wish release on Raquel though. But I know Megan versus Raquel was slap, like no cap. But yeah, shoot, I want Raquel to win too, but you know I love me some Megan Bang, you know, cause that's my baby, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, shit, Raquel versus Megan, that would be dope, man. But hopefully Raquel will get the same dominance. But the way Triple H been booking, shit, I don't know. But you know, like I said, you put the world title on her, you know, see what we can do. But shoot, I'm wishing Megan Bang would get a title too. So I don't know. But nah, man, shit, Raquel versus Megan, that was slap like, ooh, baby, that was slap like butt cheeks, no cap. And those two got it. Those two got it.
Dog, you got Harley Cameron, and I think she did good too, because I hated that puppet gimmick, but she put it over very well for me in Blood and Guts. But she came through, she hit Megan Bang with the top of a trash can lid. It didn't even faze Megan Bang. Megan Bang takes the trash can lid, hits her, then slams her hard as hell on the trash can lid. Megan Bang seems like that could be the one. She could be the woman to carry AEW's women division on her back for the next 10 years. If you ask your boy Bobby Monsoon, I've been calling Megan Bang, sending her emails, trying to get her over to the Don Callis family. Man, we need somebody like Megan Bang. Megan Bang is a powerhouse. Another powerhouse woman is Marina Shafir. I honestly thought Marina Shafir, I knew she could wrestle, but I didn't think that she was really being took serious. I thought she was just doing a bit for the Death Riders. She was like kind of being in Jon Moxley's shadow, but this is her coming out party, for me at least, man. Megan Bang and Marina Shafir, I didn't even realize till the chat told me that they are in the tag team. In the tag team tournament. And I'm telling you, I'm booking it. I'm damn near guaranteeing that at Full Gear, Megan Bang, Marina Shafir will be walking out women's tag team champions. There is not two women on that roster or any other roster on this earth that could team up, man, and be more believable than these women. Marina Shafir, she came in. She had beef with Chris Statlander from the rip, man. Chris Statlander tries to jump on Marina Shafir back. She ain't having it. She kicks Marina Shafir on the bed of nails.
I mean, I don't know if Megan and Maria are going to win, but I would like to see them in the finals. Like, if we could see Tony and Mina versus Marina and Megan, I mean, that would be kind of dope, but I kind of want to see the Sisters of Sin versus Tony and Marina, but I don't know, man. I mean, we'll see what happens when they face Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron, but I feel bad for Tay and Jay, but we'll see. I mean, I don't think they're gonna win, but I do believe once whoever wins the tag team belts, they'll get their shot. You know what I'm saying? Well, they'll get their shot, but we just have to wait. But yeah, man, if they win, I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? As long as they get something, that's all that matters.
Oh my God, Chris Statlander, shout out to her, man. That's another powerhouse, the women's AEW champion. Like I said, I feel like each one of these women has certain spots that just made them shine, man. Even Toni Storm. You know, Toni Storm, she lost the AEW Women's Championship. You know, every time she falls from grace, she goes crazy. First, she had kind of like dementia or Alzheimer's where she went back to her old Toni Storm when she was beefing with Mariah May. Now, she's kind of like this Joker character. She done lost herself. She got this spot where she takes tape, wraps it around her hand. Her hand is taped to broken glass. She's hitting Mega Bang, Marina Shafir. She's knocking, she's snuffing everyone in sight. This was fire, man. And to be honest, I never seen women go this hard. I never seen women be able to go on the stage and be like, man, we could perform to that level. If y'all want that from us, we could perform on that level too. This is what I'm talking about. The last time I felt this way about women's wrestling was NXT Black and Gold, the Four Horsewomen, Sasha, Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. This is the last time I felt this way about women's wrestling. Now for me, maybe I've been late to the party, but I've been put on notice after Blood and Guts, this women's match. I've been put on full notice that AEW women's division has a strong division coming up in the next few years. I got my eyes on everybody in this match. Then Toni Storm, she comes out with the mirror. She tries to slam into the mirror, run her butt into Marina Shafir. Marina Shafir takes the mirror, throws it back in Toni Storm's face, man. And that was the beginning of the end, dog. You had Mina Shirakawa, right? She got a barbed wire bat in the middle of Megan Bayne. She got Megan Bayne in a figure four. Shafir, she sees this, dog. I don't know. She just went somewhere psychotic. She has her bare feet. She takes her bare feet. She stomps on broken glass. She twists her feet. Then she kicks Mina Shirakawa right in the chest. One of the most crazy spots. Megan Bayne, she's taking a title belt. Bang! Bang! Whipping Mina Shirakawa. Toni Storm, she can't do nothing. The Sisters of Sin, everybody else holding her back, making her watch. Damn near beat to death. She had no other choice but to surrender. She surrenders. And Mina Shirakawa, Megan Bayne, Mercedes Moné, and they take the win, man. And this is a fire match. This was one of the most exciting matches I've seen all year. And man, shout out to all these women once again. They put each other over. They all bust their ass, man. And for me, this is contender for match of the year. Let me know in the comments, am I being a prisoner of the moment? Let me know in the comments, am I bugging? This was one of the best matches I've seen all year.
I mean, yeah, when you go on my Twitter page, they still talking about the women's match. And, of course, the men's match as well. But I feel like the women has definitely been the trend of the whole thing. I screen recorded this today. But other than that, man, like the women definitely was the most trend on Twitter. So I just hope the viewership, be up than last time. Because last time it was like 800 when last time they had Blood and Guts. So I hope it gets above 9 or hopefully 1 million. But we have to wait until the results come out. So, but yeah, it's trending.
Next match, we got Falls Count Anywhere. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Hangman Adam Page. The past few weeks, Powerhouse Hobbs been giving Hangman Adam Page nothing but trouble, man. Slamming him off the stage. Now they got Falls Count Anywhere match, man. Hangman Adam Page, his ribs is taped up. It don't matter, dog. Powerhouse Hobbs ain't trying to hear that. He slams him on the steel steps. They're fighting everywhere, man. And Powerhouse Hobbs, he couldn't get the win. He lost. Hangman Adam Page wound up hitting him with the boot, slamming him. He falls off the rafters into the table. Oh, got electrocuted, damn there. The lights were flickering. It was a fire spot to end the match, man. But this is the thing, though. Hangman Adam Page went through a lot of damage this match. He's been getting hurt and beat up all match, man. And if that wasn't it, after the match, he goes to the ring. Now you got the rest of the ops. Samoa Joe, Shibata, they go into the ring. They start whipping Hangman Adam Page ass. They tell him to bring the cell down. They're about to do even more damage. Hook. Eddie Kingston come out to help the situation. Then that's where Hangman Adam Page says, you know what? You wanted a cage match? Dumbass. All you had to do was say it. So now we got Samoa Joe, Hangman Adam Page, cage match at Full Gear. This is the thing. It's going to be interesting to see how are they going to book the ending of that. I honestly can't wait to Full Gear to see what happens.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that too. That match is going to be a banger. And their steel cage match is way better than WWE steel cage because it's bigger and wider. It's going to be awesome.
Next, they had a segment with FTR and the legend Ricky Steamboat. Ricky Steamboat was out, you know what I mean? He was showing love. He was a guest to the show. FTR comes out, and FTR being heels recently, they've been disrespecting everybody, man. Bandito Mom, they disrespect Ricky Steamboat. They disrespected everybody, man. They're about to break Ricky Steamboat's neck like they did with Tony Khan. Brodito comes out. It was a cool segment because we just had two crazy matches. So it was a cool segment to just kind of have an intermission and kind of have a little break before the men's blood and guts match.
Yeah, I can't wait for Edge and Christian to come back and take down FTR. And I hope FTR win the tag team belts so that way we can get Edge and Christian versus FTR like we should have had it all out. And that's for the World Tag Team titles. So hopefully when Edge and Christian come back, they'll take the titles, and then we could finally get a legendary honor and standing ovation for Edge and Christian becoming Grand Slam tag team champions, I guess. So hopefully they'll get that record. But even though I don't think they're gonna get the Hardys record, because the Hardys, they got all tag team belts. But then you could say the same for the Dudleys as well. So hopefully Edge and Christian will get those belts, and then that way we can, put that on their bucket list so that way they'll get a standing ovation. Just wish they could have had it at their hometown, but it's okay. We'll make up for it. Tony will make up for it. So let's continue.
Next, you got the men's blood and guts match, man. It started off Wheeler Yuta and Darby Allin, man. You know Darby Allin, he come through from the rip with the skateboard, the tacks on the bottom. Man, putting them on Wheeler Yuta face, man. Darby Allin is sick, man. This is the only dude I'm putting on Cactus Jack level. Now, this match was mainly dominated by the Death Riders. The Death Riders was kicking ass this whole match, and it's because it was a little bit uneven. You know your boy Bobby Monsoon. Yeah, I made the call, man. I pulled some strings to get Mark Briscoe hurt backstage, so he wasn't going to be coming out tonight. At least we thought so, man. So the Death Riders was an uneven match for most of the match, man. Death Riders whipping ass, man. Claudio Castagnoli, Pac, John Moxley, he come out with a fork from the rip. He's hitting Kyle, he's hitting Roger, he's hitting everybody with the fork. He's taking a fork, he's digging the fork, and Darby Allin's back! And they was trying to kill Darby Allin. They had a spot where Darby Allin took a power driver straight on glass. Now, Mark Briscoe wound up coming out of nowhere, man. He came out with the, I don't know if you call them pliers or cutters or whatever they were. He cut the cage open. He go in the match. He has a bunch of spots, man. He's on top of the cage. I'm thinking he was about to get thrown off or something, but he didn't, man. Then you had another spot where John Moxley, he's taking these staples, stapling Orange Cassidy's hand to his pocket. You know Orange Cassidy like to have his hands in his pockets. But man, John Moxley's making sure his hand stays in his pockets forever. You had Gabe Kidd coming out of nowhere, attacking Darby Allin, bringing him to the top of the stage arena, right? Then Pac takes him up top, man. They set the Gabe Kidd throws gasoline on the table, set the table on fire. Dog, they throw Darby Allin off the stage. Dog, this was one of the craziest spots I've seen, man. Darby Allin is, shout out Darby Allin, man. What an entertaining spot. What an entertaining match that this dude put on. Now, the match ended in a way that got a lot of people thinking that the Death Riders are going to wind up turning on John Moxley. John Moxley tapped out to the ankle lock to Kyle O'Reilly. That makes 3 times John Moxley tapped out and you lost the AEW championship. Man, how does the Death Riders feel about this? Pac, Castagnoli, Yuta, Garcia, how do they feel it? Shafir, how do they feel about this, man? A lot of people think John Moxley is going to get the knife put right in his back by the Death Riders. Let me know what you think, man. He tapped out 3 times this year. Shout out Kyle O'Reilly, man. He was able to top out John Moxley at Blood and Guts. That puts a little bit more stock and clout on his name. But let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. Blood and Guts! Tony Khan brung Thanksgiving in early. Thank you. To be honest, it's been a solid week of wrestling so far. We got John Cena winning the Intercontinental Championship match in the match he had with Dominic Mysterio. That was fire. Blood and Guts might be one of the best events of the year. Might be the event of the year. The Women's Blood and Guts might be the match of the year. In a few days, we got Crackdown. So unfortunately, we're going to have to come down from a high. But hey, it's been so many weeks. We had absolutely nothing to really get too excited about. You know, AEW been cooking slowly, you know what I mean? Raw on Netflix been ass. Crackdown been ass. So, yeah, man. Like I always say, my expectations are low as a crackhead credit score. But AEW exceeded expectations that I could ever imagine. So shout out everybody, especially the women in AEW, man. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. I'm going to holler at y'all in the morning. Friday. I'll holler at y'all in the comments, but then I'll come back at y'all live on Crackdown, man. It's Bobby Monsoon, 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Bow!
Sorry for the graphic content, but however, let me just say this, right? Shout out to everybody that participated in Blood and Guts, the women and men. And shout out to Adam Page and Samoa Joe and Powerhouse Hobbs. Hope he feels better after that fall. And shout out to West Side Gun, for being in attendance. And hopefully he'll come around more for AEW because he knows that AEW got his back. And regardless of what his relationship is with WWE, AEW will always be home. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when I hear Bobby Masu say 10 years, from now, I mean, we're praying. We're praying that AEW be around for 10 years. But the only way that can happen is if, WWE don't do no fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully Tony will, keep his billionaire status. So in case he does have to go to court, just to, fight the devil himself, whether it's Triple H or Nick Khan or whatnot, hopefully shit. I'm hoping they get charged with a RICO. I mean, because the way WWE moving, but that's down the road, I guess. But I will say this, AEW, I'll just say this right now. If anything happens to WWE, rather they sell the company to another country or the products start to lose value. I mean, even though it's already getting there, next year will be the test of when WWE is going to step their game up. And honestly, I don't think they will. As long as Triple H and TKO is still there, nothing will change. You know what I mean? We don't even know here's the thing. We don't even know if Bianca Belair or Raquel or Naomi or anybody we know is going to get their title opportunities, but we're praying on it. You know what I'm saying? But all I can say is this, I hope that AEW continue to last. I'm hoping that we continue to put out these great, matches. And I'm glad everyone was satisfied with Blood and Guts, even though we got some haters, you know what I'm saying? But I will say this, the more y'all hate on AEW, the more they go hard, you know what I'm saying? So let's just look at this hate as motivation because, AEW will always be one of the top promotions to me, Right now, of course, WWE is number one, but sooner or later they're going to be number 3. And then we're going to have to look at AEW as number 1. And then when it does go to number 1, we're just hoping that, TNA will be number 2, And people are saying TNA is number 2, but it's only number 2 by opinion, you know what I'm saying? But AEW is number 2. And sooner or later, it's going to be number 1. But will the viewership go back up next year? The only way it will is if MJF become champion and you bring back Swerve and Will. But other than that, AEW being around for 10 years, I'm praying on it. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to buy me a ticket to watch AEW live so that way I can record it for you guys. But in the meantime, we just have to, go with the flow and just hope that the only thing I ask my subscribers is that please, continue to support the product. I'm putting out reaction videos and I got some that I'm going to put out today and then hopefully tomorrow, because I know tomorrow is Collision, so I will be going live for that. And then after that, I'll put out some reaction videos. You know, Sunday's my day off, so I'm definitely going to work on that. And, you know, we'll go from there. But I'm glad everybody was satisfied with all 3 of the matches. I'm glad it was 3 matches because, honestly, you know, Tony, he loved to do 6 matches here, 7 matches there, 5 matches right there. You know, like, I'm glad it was 3, you know what I'm saying? Because there was no reason to add more matches. So 3 matches is good. And hopefully next year we'll keep that, you know, the way it is, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this Blood and Guts will always be a 10 out of 10. Even, you know, other bloggers will probably say the same thing. You know, I also got some clips from BCB. You know, he spoke about it too. I'll upload it when I get the chance. But other than that, yeah, man, y'all give me your thoughts down below, man. What do you guys think about Blood and Guts, man? I know you guys going to give it a 10 out of 10, so I ain't going to trip on that. But according to everybody I spoke to, they all gave AEW Blood and Guts 10 out of 10, as they should. You know, the fact we had the women and, you know, participating in Blood and Guts, and the fact we had, you know, the men, and we had, you know, the Falls Count Anywhere match, and then we had Ricky the Steamboat. I don't know what happened to Ric Flair, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm just glad that everyone put on a great show. And, you know, hopefully next year, you know, Tay and Jay will participate along with Queen Emanata and Penelope Ford. So, Penelope, you know, so we'll see how it goes for Collision. But shout out to everybody that participated. Shout out to Kyle and Scott Blue, man. They're the They were the MVPs of their cage matches. So shout out to them, man. But yeah, man, give me your thoughts down below, man. And hopefully Bobby will continue to put out these reviews for AEW. And like I said, if you ever do it, I'll definitely react to it and definitely post it. So shout out to Bobby Masu, man. That's my dog. So get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And I'll catch y'all in the next video, all right? And feel free to comment down below and say hashtag AEW for life. You know what I'm saying? Comment down below, okay? Comment down below, all right? Get in the comments and comment AEW for life. Hashtag AEW for life. All right? Write that down, all right? Write this down. Take a little note. You know what I'm saying? Like, baby, write this down. Doo-doo. All right, I'm out.